Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving into a fascinating article. Supercharge SQLite with Ruby functions. It's all about leveraging the power of Ruby within your SQLite databases, which is incredibly cool.
Yeah, I saw that. SQLite's in-process nature is usually a strength, but this takes it to a whole new level. So how does it work? Can you walk me through the basics?
Absolutely. The core idea is using user-defined functions, or UDFs. Normally, your Ruby code calls SQLite, but here we reverse that. SQLite calls our Ruby code. Think of it as extending SQLite's built-in functions like lower or random with your own custom logic.
Interesting. So we're not talking stored procedures, right? SQLite doesn't support those?
Exactly. No stored procedures. But UDFs are the next best thing. The article shows how to create both scalar UDFs, which operate on single rows, and aggregate UDFs, which work across the entire result set. It's incredibly powerful.
Give me an example of a scalar UDF. Something concrete.
Okay, the article uses a time-ordered UUID library called tau. They create a scalar UDF called TOU that generates a unique ID for each row in a query. This is super useful for scenarios like union all, where you need to uniquely identify rows from different datasets. Imagine combining data from multiple sources. This makes it easy to track everything.
Got it. And what about aggregate UDFs? Those sound more complex.
They are a bit more involved. The article demonstrates creating custom aggregate functions like stdev_samp, sample standard deviation, and p90/90th percentile. These aren't built into SQLite, but they're crucial for statistical analysis directly within your database. No more exporting data to another tool for calculations.
That's a huge time saver. But there's a catch, right? Nothing's ever completely perfect.
You're right. The caveat is portability. These Ruby UDFs are tied to your Ruby environment. If you try to open the database in a different tool, like a GUI editor, you'll get errors. The article suggests using the SQLite_directly flag to prevent this, but it limits where you can use the function. It's a trade-off between convenience and portability.
So it's a powerful technique, but you need to be aware of the limitations. It's not a replacement for a full-fledged database system, but a really useful extension for specific tasks.
Precisely. It's a fantastic way to extend SQLite's capabilities when you're working within a Ruby environment. The article highlights how useful this can be for data exploration and analysis, especially when you need custom functions that aren't available in standard SQLite. It's a really clever approach.
Definitely. Thanks for breaking that down. This is a great example of how you can really tailor a database to your specific needs. I'm going to try this out.
You're welcome. And that's all the time we have for today's Tech Bytes and News. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.